Evan, he had that it factor.
He really made the biggest impact out of everybody we knew.
Wow, this guy looks like he could kick my ass.
One of his signature moves is called the boom because of the impact he made on the roster.
I was born in Richmond, California. Like, my mom was a single parent or whatever. She raised me pretty much, not even by herself. I didn't really have a father with me around me. And so I had a lot of godmothers and stuff. The first thing I do remember that my father did do for me, he plopped me in front of the TV and Saturday night's main event was on. That was like my first time ever watching wrestling. I've been hooked ever since.
Now you want to see my special move? It's called the sharpshooter.
You know, me and Evan, man, we started like freshmen in high school, man. We started real young. And you know, whoa, let me bring that back. Boy, we was in like the 6th grade. You know what I mean? I liked the Undertaker, he liked the Kane. Boy, we used to wrestle around.
We would head to like the back of the school, and there was always like wrestling going on in the back of the school.
We in there wrestling, throwing niggas over the top. We really thought we was the shit. Little young niggas though, man. And shit, man, the relationship just grew. We stayed close through all of that.
I met Evan in El Cerrito High.
Nappy says he knew me from El Cerrito, so he knew me a while ago. I never knew Nappy back then.
I seen him, man, and told him what we was doing. And you know, around that time, you know, CCW was like, in our area, it was the best wrestling company. We had some of the top talent, and you know, I had to bring him in there because I seen that charisma, that want and that hunger to be something very great.
I just went down there that one time, and then I seen them doing their thing, and I was just like, hell yeah, I could do it. You know what I mean? I was interested in it.
Evan had actually come up to me after school one day as I was getting people ready to head up to the park and was just like, hey, I want to wrestle. And I didn't know who he was, anything about him, or even if he was serious, so I was just like, well, meet us at the park. And we got there, and sure enough, Evan's there getting ready, and I was kind of like, oh, he actually showed up. TPG, come here for a minute.
I feel like they just welcomed me in with, you know, open arms. Like, I didn't know what I was doing at first. I was green, you understand what I'm saying? But I felt like with my attitude was just to go in there and kick some ass and leave. You understand what I'm saying? And I felt like that was enough. But then I think what really separated me down the line was more so my personality.
You better go do a 4-figure 4-inch.
As many of you should have guessed by now, Evan's got a martial arts background.
Shut the fuck up. You tell the bosses I need a match. Tell the bosses I need a match. Tell them I need a match. He needs a match.
He had a great work ethic. Honestly, he's the only one who never bitched, never complained. He did his job. He did his job very well. And honestly, I have to say he had the best work ethic. He learned from everybody like an Anthony and Lascano, you know, Me Too, and, you know, Craven. Honestly, I had to say that. He had great work ethic.
When I first met Nappy, my first thing was, okay, what's this guy's deal?
Come on, Nappy!
But when I seen him wrestle, and when I wrestled him for the first time, I was like, what is this guy's deal? You understand what I'm saying? He can move like a guy half his weight. Like, I always liked Nappy, always did. He's a cool guy, and he's a fierce competitor. Let's put it like that. I always knew the Grim had a history of within CCW and, you know, PWL and all that. I always knew that he had a history, and that's one of the guys that everybody used to talk about. So I always was interested in wrestling the Grim, and we locked up in the triple threat at the Round Robin Challenge, and I mean, all the rumors and all the things that people said about him were true. He was really good. I just remember in that match, it was probably one of my first, like, really important matches. One of my first ones. I really got to showcase a lot with those two guys. TPG did what he was supposed to do, and the Grim made me look good. And you know, I tried to do the same for them.
Now,
The Grim was really humble about putting me over, and you know, I can't do nothing but respect him for that. So.
Bravo, bravo, CCW. For the past 3 or 4 weeks, y'all have acquired some extraordinary talent, namely me. My name is Evan, and I'm here to save CCW from the likes of Kid Crush, this kid with one name, Poe, some guy who got his neck broke or something. Phonies!
Honestly, to sit and think about it, I don't even know how I came involved. I know he was a newbie, so you know what I'm saying, we brought him around, and you know, me and Poe, we carry a lot of matches. We carry a lot of matches, and we wanted to give him an opportunity.
oh, kick across.
That was my big break. That was the one to where after that match, you'd be taken seriously because you're in there with like 2 of the biggest names.
Treating him like a kid. Oh, a humongous leg drop.
As soon as I was told that I was having that match, I knew that I couldn't do the same things that I was doing in the beginning with all these other guys. This was my chance.
And we wanted to give him an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? See how he rolled with us, rolled with the big dogs of the company. And I mean, at wrestling, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't as good as at wrestling, but you know, he had that on-screen character that really brought attention to you and made you pay attention to him, whether he was doing the biggest or the best moves. You know what I mean? So, you know, we had to involve him in that, see what he could do, give him an opportunity, make his heart beat fast, you know?
One, keeping this match all the way legal.
I hurt myself training.
We had a huge show. It was the big finish to this war between CCW and RCW.
Fuck CCW, you bitches!
Whoa! Here comes Evan! We got mayhem! The Trailer Park Gangster's down! Poe is up! What's going on? Here comes Nappy!
Because when they came, everybody had to unite. It wasn't about the title at the time, it's about our company. You know what I'm saying? Coming together and surviving. I always thought the RCW guys were, they were good, but I don't feel like they were as versatile or as good as we were.
And Evan shows up and tells us that he hurt his shoulder working out and couldn't wrestle, but he still wanted to be a part of the show. He still wanted to help out some way.
I think that's what it really was, because that dedication. He had that dedication. Evan, like, if he get injured and come still. You know what I'm saying? If Evan didn't have a match, he'd get up there and come still. He was very supportive about the wrestling. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had that drive. He had that drive of really wanting to do it. And not just playing around with it. He took it serious. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of our wrestlers didn't take it seriously, around that time.
We were blown away. So we decided, all right, you're going to special guest referee this match.
Whoa. Where the fuck is he? Oh, I think we're having, the ref just got the boot in the ass. Let's go. All right. Ding, let's go. Oh, a stomp to the pit. Oh, he got a straight kick to him. Ref, what the fuck? You're not supposed to be letting that shit go on. I'll allow it. I heard that. The ref, Evan. Oh! Stomping down crazy. What the hell is?
we're gonna book you in the main event, but you're not gonna wrestle. You're gonna come out, and then you're gonna step to the side and do commentary throughout the whole thing. Come in, eliminate Apocalypse, step back out, go back to doing commentary.
Excuse me real quick, excuse me. I gotta handle some business.
Evan!
1, 2, 3!
Evan, just standing by the side.
I would like to, but today I was assigned to be commentator. These guys just, you know, I had to get the first pin. Remember this, history was made. The Dynasty made the first pin of the first ever RCW CCW Rumble.
It was a good idea because it really let me say what I wanted to say, and I've always been one of those guys who, even from a childhood's perspective, my grandmother was like an intelligent person. I've come from a family of lawyers and doctors and stuff, so I've always been, you know, really, really smart. And I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm a fan of Jim Ross. I follow these guys, so it really let me say what I wanted to say, and I think it turned out to be a lot more interesting with the commentary. And I wish I could have been in the Rumble though, because maybe I would have won.
But see, I need somebody that, I say a rookie. I need him. Need me a rookie right next to me to watch me so he can become championship material. I told y'all, man.
You see, y'all just didn't get it when I said I do whatever to be on top. This man right here, he's on top. And I'm the next in charge. I'm the next in line. And I guarantee you one thing, is that I am the greatest thing that ever happened to any company.
So I was the world champion. I needed somebody that was very similar to me. You know what I mean? The way they carried themselves, the way they did things in the ring was very similar to me. And I think that's what really made me start the Dynasty. And I knew once I clicked up with him, plus he the rookie of the year. You know what I mean? You got the CCW champion. And you got the best young wrestler. I mean, how do you not put that together? You know what I mean? You got the future and the present. You know what I mean?
It was only a matter of time before that happened, just because we were really, really close. And I was coming into my own, and he was already a world champion. And I feel like, you know, when your back's against the wall and he had his competition, he had Craven, he had Poe, Nappy was coming up, he had all these guys breathing down his throat, you're gonna need backup. You understand what I'm saying? And I was just throwing guys around left and right. I was taking them down. I feel like at that time he was like, he's ready.
Evan, he had that it factor. Like a lot of people, you look at him and you don't think that they can really, you gotta really work. Evan, he really didn't need work. All he really needed to do was just listen.
Elbow drop.
The Dynasty was natural, it was organic, and it was one of those things that it can only happen one time.
You might remember me from times past. I just want you all to know that, first off, my old persona's gone. My name, Xavier Lascano.
Man, Xavier Lascano is the reason why I was in CCW, is the reason why I was in a lot of federations. He's been like that general manager for me behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? He kept my head up in a lot of situations. And it's like when you got a group this good, you need that talent manager right there. You need that real good manager that can get to the company, that can get to the board, instead of just being a regular tag team or a regular group. See, Xavier Lascano made it into a group.
Let me tell it to you straight. I got some new niggas. You understand me? I got some new niggas. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the return. Screw capital G. You know what capital G stands for? Gay. But let me tell you who's coming out right now. It's the Dynasty. It's my niggas, a Dynasty.
He's an excellent talker. He's one of those guys who can just give him a microphone and let him go. You know what I mean? And he'll do what he has to do. And I feel like when he joined with us, it was kind of a mutual thing too with him, because I feel like he wanted to get back in
You know what I mean? Get back in this seriously. And at the time, me and Ant were really gearing up to take over. And so it only made sense for us to have somebody to have our back. And, you know, he was really cool with the board of directors, which, you know, gave us a little more stroke.
It gave us that power that we was looking for. We was running through the company, but we had no head honcho. We had nobody that we can really control the company with. We didn't have no person that we can go up to and like, we want it this way and this way. Can you go talk to the man so we can get it this way? Go talk to the board of directors. We want it this way. Plus, we was the best. We the best talent. We feel we the best talent. So we go to him. He's gonna make them give us what we want. And a lot of times we got what we wanted.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of CCW, I have just come back from a meeting with the board of directors.
Match out. Oh, are we gonna go for it? Double up, up.
Is this a suplex? Oh, are they gonna do the good old-fashioned innovative shit?
That's what I'm talking about.
Was that a match, man?
Yes, it was.
What did we say, man? We came out, we dominated. We destroyed TPG and Craven, man. It's nothing left.
I mean, really behind the scenes, it was like, you know what I'm saying, I had gotten to a point in my crossroads where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I had done really everything that I could possibly do in this wrestling. But at the same time, you know, eventually I learned that I didn't. But I felt like give somebody another opportunity.
And I think he was really unselfish. It's not a lot of people who would do that for their partner. They would always want to be champ. They would always want to be on top. But he stepped aside. He let me do what I was supposed to do, and that did nothing but make us better.
I felt like he held that torch, and he really carried it. You know what I mean? While I was gone doing what I was doing to handle my business, he really kept the dynasty going. And you know, I could do nothing but appreciate him for that one.
But I think that even though Evan may not have necessarily thought of it as being in Crush's shadow, he definitely was to a certain extent.
When I debuted, expectations were high, you know what I mean? And, you know, came in there and I did what I had to do. Come like you.
Tickle's always mad. This is what it's all about. The Underground Championship.
When Poe went to jail wherever he went, when Poe left, that world title wasn't there no more. You understand what I'm saying? And so to me, in my eyes, the Underground title was the world title to me. It was the equivalent of it. So, because that was the only belt that was up for grabs at the time. So holding that meant you were the man.
You know what I'm saying? Like he sat back for a while. He did, like a lot of people, man, they think they're supposed to just get in the game and start getting championships. Evan, he sat back for a minute before he even touched any type of championship. He had to really work his way up, kind of like I did. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, at that point, he deserved it. You know what I mean? He was putting the most into it. He was bringing the most energy. He was bringing the most charisma out at the time. So I feel like he deserved it. And, you know, you got to be the man of the company. You know, it takes a man, a real man, to be the man of the company.
Look at the ring awareness fight.
The most devastating move. Do it.
Evan with a Kunta kick.
Right, fat boy.
And when I first took that title, I mean, man, like, I finally did it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I finally did it. And it made me the man. And I think once that happened, I feel like a lot of people can say my demeanor changed. So I went from like just a guy who was in the mid card at CCW to, you know, a rising star, a rookie of the year, until when I won that championship, I became the man.
You know, honestly, you know, like a lot of wrestlers, a lot of people that even be in groups, they get that jealousy tension. And me, I didn't get that jealousy tension. You know what I'm saying? I felt like a proud father, you know what I'm saying? Because I sat there and watched him grow throughout the company the whole time, you know what I mean? I was proud. I was like, man, you you know what I mean? You doing your thing, man. I couldn't do nothing but respect it.
Huge victory. You know, that man overcame nearly impossible odds.
First off, I don't have anything to prove to you about anything. I've beaten you before.
You beat me before, yeah.
You before.
Twice.
Damn
Twice.
Right. Damn right.
But this time for the third time. Evan and Nappy, part 3. But now you're going to my rules. This time, me and this guy, we've been through hell. But we gonna make it. Road to Hell, version 3.
In almost every match, I beat Nappy. And so I felt there was a chip on his shoulder a little bit, and it only added to the brutality of the match.
If you put me in a hardcore match, I'm unbeatable. But this was Evan's first hardcore match.
And a shopping cart.
We went out there, and we might not have put out the greatest catch-as-catch-can wrestling match, but I think we had one of the best knockdown, drag-out fights there ever was.
And a moonsault.
That match, I would have to say, one of the brutest matches I ever had. I know it was Evan's first hardcore match, like I said earlier, but he brought his A game at all times. You know, he was only like 1 year vet. I was like a 3-year vet.
Sidewalk slam onto the stop sign. Nappy just got boomed through the table.
I didn't think Nappy deserved another match. Because after I beat him down in Road to Hell 3, why would you have another match with me? Why would you want another match with me? After I did what I did to you the last time. But he got his rematch, and he got lucky.
Evan got pushed off. Wait, Nappy grabbed the belt.
What? Lucky shot! You know that's the same fucking way.
The Craven won the title 1 year ago. No, Nappy is the underground champion. The era of Evan has come to an end. Nappy is the underground champion.
I've been standing around here watching everybody run their mouth about who's the best, who's the greatest wrestler around here, who's done it all. Nobody's done more than me. And now I stand here at a crossroads, now that I've lost the underground title. Eamon, what can I do to retain my name as the greatest wrestler CCW has ever seen? I'm already the Rookie of the Year. I've done that. I've already got the underground title. The greatest underground title holder of all time. Not to mention, I'm the longest reigning underground champion ever. So what can I do? And it struck me. Actually, you had the idea. It was to become the first ever two-time underground champion of all time.
Nappy.
I'm doing it. You think you have shit? You think you have shit? Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Next time you get up in here, I am now officially expressing my rematch clause. I want my shot, and I want it next time on the underground.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Rematch!
Oh, Kevin! Craven!
Nobody deserves to be the underground champion more than me!
Give me this.
Craven!
So what are you trying to say?
I'm saying if anybody's gonna get a shot at that underground title, it better damn well be me.
Craven said it's better damn well be
You
you.
know what? You're so full of shit.
Hey.
Last time I see you wrestle, TPG kicked your ass, man.
Both y'all wrestle like Similoc.
Evan.
I've been here for 3 years, and today was my anniversary. Craven, I know you held him back, brother. You and me,
Oh, well,
you and Ev. Y'all both want me?
Yeah.
Next week,
all the way over at the beach.
I accept. Triple threat.
Oh,
Anything
triple
goes.
thread.
Bring anything you want. I want it in. By the way, let y'all pick any stipulation y'all want. We can have a vote. What match we want. Anything.
What are they gonna say?
I'll tell you what, Nappy. I'm so sick and tired of this shit. I've been doing everything around here. You know what? I'll tell you like this. If I lose, if I don't win at all, I'm done. I won't ever wrestle in CCW ever again.
What about you, Craig?
I felt like I was the man regardless of whether I had my title or not. But obviously, in some way, shape, or form, you got to go out there and prove that you deserve another match, another shot for the richest prize. You understand what I'm saying? And so I had a match, I think leading up to a spot in a title match, and it was against TPG in a ladder match.
Now Gangster using the ladder. Gangster getting a little bit too cocky there with the ladder set up. Sling goes. Just throwing them bullets on it. Now buddy was going through his mind and then bulldozed right in. No! Of course he's gonna do it! No, he didn't do it!
He went for a leg. He really put his heart into that match, and I can respect him for that. But he still couldn't do it. And I wound up on top of that ladder, you know, and with or without the interference that had occurred, I would have still won. But I wound up winning anyway. So, I mean, good match. One of the few matches that somebody pulled a good match out of them. And I think it continued Craven and TPG's feud, and it led me back to where I belong, at the top.
It was pretty weird that Craven sneaked away out of nowhere, out of the blue, to jump himself in the triple threat. It should have been TPG, but looking back, Craven is a main eventer. He made the match happen. If you know what I mean. It works. Like Craven, Evan, Nappy, that works.
When I beat TPG, I knew that I was in for a fight.
Test of strength, a triple test of strength. Both of these people are dynasty hate. Crippler crossfade.
Damn, a double.
And I feel like we went out there and we had one of those matches that I think people would expect it to be something else, but it turned out to be like one of the best, not even just triple threat matches, but one of the best matches we had in that era. Like, all our styles were so different and they meshed so well, and everyone was such a professional in that match that you couldn't help but have a good match.
Recycle, man. Oh my. Last week, damn it, the devastating classic innovative.
Ooh,
oh my God. Just didn't even need the setup, then just straight Kuna kicked into the head.
And the winner.
It's over. Ladies and gentlemen.
Again.
And that triple threat was actually one of the most difficult matches, I would say, in his career, because look who he had to go up against. You know, Craven and Nappy. They're no joke.
But CCW as a whole, it was just a fun experience. Like, you get to see guys do things that you would never see before, and you'll probably never see again. And like I said, I'll always have respect for the guys, and I always remember CCW for giving me an opportunity to be the best that I could be.
He really made the biggest impact out of everybody we knew.
Evan made himself a star. It wasn't booking, it wasn't title shots, it wasn't management, it wasn't creative, it wasn't politics. Evan made himself a star.
Well, I have a son, I have a girl, and I'm just taking it one day at a time with them. My girl's like, I was in a depressed state. Like after when I left wrestling, I lost a lot of people. I lost family, and I was really depressed after a while and bitter at the world. And I think that's why a lot of people will tell you there was a time in between when CCW closed down and the underground closed down, and then like between a couple years ago when people hadn't heard from me. And that was because I was in a really fucked up place and I was really distraught. Once I met the girl I'm with now, it kind of all changed for me, and I don't have a lot of those ill feelings that I used to, because I used to just be really depressed. And like her and my son is like the light of my life, and I would never replace them for nothing. And so if there was anything that happened between me and after wrestling, I would say just being a family man, doing right by my family, enjoying my life, training, and getting back into the shape that I was once in. Because who knows, like I say, you might see me pro.
It's crazy because I don't watch him grow up as much as he didn't watch me grow up, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's a real close friend, and you know what I mean? One of the people that I actually know from high school. And still talk to from high school. You know what I mean? I only got a few of them friends around, honestly.
As a person, no, he's a cool guy. Tell you the truth, in real life, he's really down to earth.
Oh man, Evan is gonna always be that close friend that, you know, that I can never forget about. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what I do when I get older, no matter where I go in this world, you know what I'm saying? Even if I make it in wrestling, music, whatever the case may be, entertainment, period. I ain't gonna forget about it.
All right, I want to introduce you to Evan. Evan has worked hard on this, and I want you to be a good listener.
I look back at the past like a storybook, looking at all the twists and turns that the story took, and all the ways that our situations changed. Talking to a few people said it's never been the same since I left, and I never looked back. I had to refocus, get on the right track. There's been so many lives taken, so many souls lost. Mine's on the money, but at what cost? Bleeding for the block, cause that's all they know. I chose the microphone to perfect the flow. See, they were hard, and I was never that. See, I was tough enough, but I ain't wanna bust a gat. I made the right choices, I'm still here now. I left at 19, been 3 years now. Still for the worst, things have changed. Lord, please break these chains. I still pray to the one that gave me life. Lord, please, in the pain and all this strife, and please take us from the death and the crime. I walk around here with a smile all the while I'm trying to survive these times that we living in. I'm trying to survive these times that we living in. I'm trying to survive these times that we living in. I'm trying to survive these times.
You can grab somebody through that camera and make you pay attention to them. And I think that's more than anything, that's his greatest attribute.